friends, today we're out in Horsham. This is country Victoria, so we are on the outskirts of Victoria, Australia, and this is my motel, and then of course we are driving off to the farm. So we're going a little bit further out of Horsham, about 22 kilometres, and in here this is where I'm visiting my beautiful friend Pam. She actually has a donkey farm on the outskirts of Victoria, and it's called Rosehaven Farms, and she has lots of beautiful animals along the way. So I thought, look, let's just go out here. I'm with my son Scott and his carer Jaden, and we are off to the donkey farm. I'm super excited, and I know Scott can't wait. So here we are. Look at these sweetie pies that are just waiting for us to come and say a big hello. These donkeys, you know, they're originated from Africa originally. Pam did tell me, and there's lots and lots to know about donkeys, but I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. My son, it's his favorite animal. He just loves donkeys, and he loves the feel of their little ears, which feel silky like velvet. So we thought we would just get some inspiration for our new soaps, a new collection. Hopefully I can do something that kind of looks donkey kind of inspired. Of course it will be vegan. We won't be using any donkey milk or anything like that, although that is great in soap. But these donkeys are pets of Pam's, and the donkey milk is literally for the babies. It's not for anything else. So my son decided to give this little pony, or shall I say little donkey, a bit of a rub and a brush. He really did enjoy that. Aren't they so sweet? And can you see those little lines down the back of the donkeys? That actually does tell a bit of a story. I can't remember the quite of the story, but Pam did tell me, which is really, really interesting. So they do tours. You can go out here to see these gorgeous little donkeys. I will put some links down the bottom. You just book online to come and see them. And Pam was so lovely, showing us everything about the donkeys. They also do have, I think they're llamas that they do have on the property, some lambs as well, and so on. But Pam was just so beautiful with my son, because he really wanted to know everything about a donkey, and to give them a little carrot, which was super cute, wasn't it? So anyway, how darling is this? He really did love them. And anyway, but you can see how gorgeous they are. So now I thought, after this, a great thing about this is, you know, we can take some inspiration from the landscape, the colours of the donkeys even, and then maybe we can do some sort of more natural kind of greenery inspired soap. So I might even do a few that are more essential oil based and do give some really lovely natural kind of scents to them. I don't know, but hopefully I can gain a bit of inspiration, and who couldn't get the inspiration from this? I mean, just beautiful. Scott did also feed these lambs and sheep. Aren't they sweet? And, you know, it's funny because the force of them eating is actually, you're really going to hold that bowl really, really tight, because they do push it down because they're a little bit of a greedy guts, and they do love getting into everything. But anyway, I thought they were absolutely adorable. I know everyone is going to think the same, and I did need a little bit of a break, so I've gone on 2 short holidays at the moment. So this one was a really lovely holiday, a well-deserved holiday, I think. And isn't this donkey really cute? This donkey's name is Malibu. She's a girl. They're all girls in here. There was another one, Lucy. Portia was another one, and I think Anzac was the baby. But they're really, really cute. So a huge thank you to Pam. And I did meet Pam at the Australian Soaping and Candle Conference, which is a conference that I own. So I was really grateful to meet her, and her telling me her story about having this farm. And I'm going to show you her soaps as well when I get back to Melbourne. So I'll pop that on this video, because her soap is beautiful, and it has a really rich kind of country vibe. It did give me quite a bit of inspiration on maybe I can do some sort of soaps. I might even put a line through the soap to represent the line on the donkey's back. I thought that might have been a little bit fun, in natural browns, tans, and camel type colors, because that's what all of this is about. And look at this little sweetheart coming to say hello. So now we do go over to the llamas. One of them, I always remember her name. Her name was Caitlin. How cute is that name? And like I said, Scott did love feeding them, but they spit their food out and everything. They're kind of messy eaters, but like I said, it was super duper fun. So I really, really did love this. And, you know, I do live in the country too, but I live 5 hours from here. So it was a really long drive. This is actually on the way to Adelaide. So if anyone knows Australia or Melbourne, you sort of drive through Melbourne over the west, and then you're going over towards Adelaide, not to Adelaide, but it's kind of getting over that way. So it is a smaller town, but once you get into the main town of Horsham, there's lots of motels and hotels that you can stay at, which are not that far from this farm, and then you can have a lovely day out at the farm feeding them. Now, after leaving Pam's farm, we decided to come out to this amazing lookout. I can't remember the name, but I promise to link it down below so that everyone can see. It's a really short walk, maybe 50 to 100 meters or so uphill. You just go along this little rocky path, and it takes you to this absolutely beautiful lookout. So I thought, look, you might want to see how gorgeous this is. Lots of people actually do come here to do some rock climbing. They actually climb this massive rock, which overlooks just such a beautiful, vast look. You can see the countryside here and lots of things as we go along. I mean, doesn't it look spectacular? I mean, it's, you know, and the good thing about this, it's really not that far. It does have a rail, so you can walk along and actually hold on to the rail, which was good for my old bad knees now that I'm in my 50s, because my knee is really bad. But this was still a lovely walk, and I really did enjoy it. Scott and Jaden also had a lovely time walking up here. And it was just really nice to see something different. And, you know, we can sort of gain inspiration also out of these beautiful rocks, you know, the trees. I mean, there's just so many beautiful colours and natural fawn type colours that we can pull out and maybe get inspiration for your bath bombs, your soap, a product line, maybe more of a natural line. Hello lovelies, it has been a few days since I've actually been to Rosehaven Farm, and now I am actually back home and doing all the things that I love, of course, soap making. But before I get into lots of other things, I thought, look, I have to show you this because these are so beautiful, and I honestly wish you could smell this. Now, these are from Lovely Pam. So like I said, Pam does have Rosehaven Farms. I think I said that earlier on in the video. She makes her own soap, and she produces, you know, honey and things like that on her farm that she uses. But this is one of hers, and the smell is really strong. It's it smells very natural. Like a lot of them smell sort of honey, lemon, and so on. I know she also dries her own lavender, and I think it's chamomile she dries as well, only for herself. I don't think she sells it or anything. But aren't these beautiful? And because she has a farm, she does have people that come and pay for a tour. So the one good thing about that is then, of course, you know, she can have like a little soap room which she's organising, and then they'll be able to come in there and purchase things. So that's super cool. If you do tours or you do anything like that where you can actually, you know, upsell your products, that's kind of a really cool thing to do. Now, she also made this little darling one. I hope you can see the colour. It's like a rosy pink, and this is made with clays as well. And of course, she's just put some fine detail on the top. And then this one I haven't opened. I'm pretty sure these are biodegradable bags that she's using as well, which is really good. We do try and do that, don't we? Or I mean, all of us do. Now, this one here, I think it's lemongrass. It smells very lemony. It's really beautiful. It does have some gorgeous, you know, extracts in there. And I can slightly see like a little yellowing in here. So I'm presuming that is where she has actually made, you know, all of the products herself. And that, you know, this scent is really strong. I mean, don't they look pretty? So like I said, if you have a farm or an old shed or anything you can convert, please check your council that you're allowed to sell, of course. But because, you know, it can actually help you make more money. And of course, I always talk about revenue streams. So it's important to understand selling. So there's no good just selling soap and hoping someone's going to turn up. You know, you might need to have it on several different platforms. You may need wholesale, you may need retail, you may need to give brochures out, you know, do markets, do expos. I mean, there's so many things. So anyway, that's just a little bit about that. And I thought I really wanted to talk about that because, and I know Pam's a bit shy. She'd say, oh, don't worry about that. But these are beautiful and I use them in the shower. Love them. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice and creamy and just beautiful. So she did also do a couple other things for me. She did give me some beautiful honey, which my daughter has tried in a tea and loves it, because my daughter drinks a lot of exotic teas with honey. She doesn't use sugar. My daughter is 17, and that one, she's finishing high school this year and going to uni next year to become a doctor. So she has got into uni to do all that. So that's very exciting, isn't it? And so she's all into health and no sugar and certain things like that. So anyway, so that's for that. So she loves that. And I did also get some beeswax from Pam, which I'm definitely going to try. I will do a video on that. So we'll do a video and use that in a product, and we'll see how it goes. But I know it's going to go super beautiful. And you can also put a little bit of beeswax in soap if you want, just a tiny bit. It will help harden up your bar. So you put that in with your melted ingredients if you want to do something like that. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this. Like I said, I just wanted to show you a couple different things because we all make different products, and you know, it's really lovely just to support each other, isn't it? So anyway, that is for that for now. So let me get on to my next job for the day. Now, let's get on to the next job, my friends. I am here wrapping all of these lovely soaps up. I definitely need to do this because I do have my drag expo coming up soon. And basically, it's just an expo where lots of people are there selling all different kinds of products. And, of course, I want to sell these little darlings there. I have wrapped up probably about 400 and something soaps the last week or so. And after I did my last little skit on this video that we're recording now, I did have to do a few things and come back. And now I have released also that Marie from Humblebee and me will be a guest speaker at the Australian Soaping and Candle Conference, and that's a conference that I own. And I set that up literally to help people. I don't make money out of that at all. Like, we don't, you know, it's not big enough to make any money. It's really just to help people, to be honest. And lovely Marie said that she would love to be a guest speaker. So I'm super excited. She is coming to New Zealand, then Australia on her holidays. And of course, she's going to come to the conference to be our guest speaker. She will do a much longer talk than a lot of others because everyone sort of chooses the time they talk. So we're really, really lucky to have her. So, and of course, I had to answer lots and lots of questions, dozens and dozens of questions, to be honest. Lots of people have been trying to get their ticket. Now, if you can't get onto the site is there, but to be honest, it's really been banked up at the moment. It's had a lot of people on there trying to get tickets. So, you know, if you're trying to get a ticket and you're bumped off, it just means that the site is super busy, and I do apologize, but please just go back and try, you know, if you want to get your ticket. The tickets are definitely limited because the venue that we hold it in does not hold hundreds and hundreds of people. It only holds roughly 100 or a bit less. We're going to have a bit less than that so that everyone has the time to talk to somebody that, you know, such as Marie. We've also got, long story short, the business candle coach, and a bit more. And we're going to have some workshops as well. We'll be doing some room spray workshops. We'll be doing some diffuser workshops. And there are lots of different diffusers you can do, such as car diffusers. You know, of course, then you have your standard diffusers, small, short, tall ones, and so on. So we'll have a few workshops as well as catered lunch and so on. So that's going to be super cool. But that is what I've actually been doing today, everyone. I mean, I've been so busy. I kept thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I have so much to do. I still have my new jars here, which I have to seal. I have not sealed them yet. But I do have a lovely seal in front of me, which, let me grab it, which is this little one here. And this one here is a beautiful seal. So this is a sample. A lovely, lovely lady reached out to me, and she is from Coconut Coast Candles. And she said, look, I'll give you this one that she actually bought it from the US. And so she said, I'll give you a little sample and see what you think, which was so nice. She paid for the shipping and everything. She wouldn't let me pay. It is very, very good. But as she said, it is expensive, but it is good. And I did do it on one of my other ones. I quite liked it. But I also do like the one I'm using too. So I'm not sure. Obviously, the one I'm using is a bit cheaper and easier to get in Australia. So a big shout out to Coconut Candles, Coconut Coast Candles. I will leave her link down below in the video because she was so lovely, and a lot of people reach out to me, things like that as well, which was so nice of her. So if you're listening, my love, it was a really good sealer, definitely worked, and we'll see what I think, you know, but yeah, so it's really hard sealing. You just have to try so many things and see what works. But I do use a water base, which is the one she gave me too, which is suggested for candles. But anyway, that's what I'm up to. I'm going to go back onto my computer, do a bit more, answer a few more questions about the conference because it's been crazy this year. I think people are very excited to see some labeling information, some formulating information for 2022 and so on. The agenda is now up on the site, so you can go over, which is the Australian Soaping and Candle Conference. So as I said, if you want to meet myself or Marie from Humble Bee and Me, there'll also be Jess from Long Story Short. Kirsty also will be there, which is the business candle coach. She has a great podcast. I know you will love it. Go and check out her podcast. It's absolutely amazing. She's just such a gem, and I know she's going to do so well. She's also listed on Pure Candles website as well as a you know, a working partner, so that is super good. And we are hoping to get some wick companies in as well, wick centering tools. We will also have crafted surprises products there, which are a lot of soap making tools. I think they do have some bath bomb tools and so on, so that will be super cool too. And yeah, so anyway, that's what I've been up to. So I hope this bit of info for everyone's been super helpful for today, because I feel like I've done everything. As I said, I've, you know, gone and recorded this video. I did a bit on the end of the video. Then I had to go and answer lots of questions. I had to change my website, wrap this soap, seal some more jars, which I did seal some on the other side. And of course, you know, I've got to clean up in here because I've got things everywhere because I've been organizing everything for the expo, and I will do a good video for you on the expo, you know, all about why I'm packing so many things, what I need, what I don't need, because it's one of those things you just never know what you're going to sell in the day, but if you don't have it, you're not going to sell it. Anyway, like I said, I will get going, and I will see you lovelies on the next video. Bye, friends.